I think now is as good a time as any to get started. Turn down the music a little bit. So welcome to my, I guess like this cooking trend is starting to kick off. So second live cooking that I've done. First one I did was over with Alas. So we're going to try and make mooncakes because for those of you who don't know, today is the Mid-Autumn or Moon Festival. So happy Mid-Autumn Festival to all of you who are celebrating it. You don't have to make mooncakes yourself. You can definitely go and buy some from your local grocery store. But you know, if you're feeling adventurous or wanting to do something funny, we just thought this would be kind of funny because who knows if I'll epically fail or if they'll actually come out well. But you can go to your local 99 Ranch Market. They sell them in very beautiful prepackaged boxes. There's also the 85-degree bakery. And then down by Richland College, there are a ton of Vietnamese and Chinese bakeries there that sell them also. And they even have different styles. So most stores are out. Yeah, a lot of stores you have to pre-order. Actually, Jiangqi, the Chinese restaurant over at the, I think it's the Chinatown Plaza in Richardson, had some last week when I went. So if you want to go check it out. They're kind of expensive though over there. I think it was like $9 for one. So we're gonna try to make them at home. Okay, so I'm on my dining room table because it's the only surface I had where you could kind of like see me and see what I'm doing at the same time. Let's go over what you need to make mooncakes. So the first thing you'll need is a mooncake mold. You can buy these off of Amazon for $15. They're super fun and the pack I got comes with 4 different molds, 2 large, round, and circular ones, and 2 small ones. I'm going to be using the small ones today. And they come with different presses that you hook onto the bottom. So we'll do that in a little bit when we get to that step. You'll also need for the dough part, cake flour. This you can get at Walmart, okay? So super easy there. You'll need what they call lye water. It's potassium carbonate water. You can get this at the local 99 Ranch Market. Y'all should have seen me up in there with a picture of the lye water pulled up on my phone asking the people like, where can I find this? And they have it. And you only need like a 1/4 teaspoon of this, which is really funny, but you can get a big old bottle. Some vegetable oil. And what they call golden syrup. But instead of golden syrup, I'm going to be using maple syrup. And let me actually go get that. I totally forgot. We had some maple syrup from Trader Joe's hanging about the house, so I'll be using that. And that will be all to make the dough. And then the inside of the mooncake, according to this recipe that I pulled from tasteasianfood.com, okay, where the gentleman on there is very helpful in showing us how to do this. You can then pre-purchase lotus paste for the inside. Now because I was prepping this super late, hey Erin, good to see you. I've made my own lotus paste, which we'll see how that goes. I think I put a little bit too much coconut oil in it because the pre-made lotus paste at the store was completely sold out. So I just bought lotus seeds, boiled them, and then you kind of make it the same way you make hummus, where you boil them, you blend them, and you put coconut oil in it. So we'll be using that. And then one important part of mooncake is the salted egg yolk that's in the center. So I bought some that were already pre-cooked and ready to go. you can buy the egg and mess with all of that yourself if you want. Or you could just, you know, buy mooncakes from the store and not be like a crazy lady like me. And the salted egg yolk comes in a pack like this. So I was like, I can't throw this away, gotta show y'all. And then there is, we're gonna be using this to spray some water on top of the mooncake. So if you have like a little spray bottle or something to spray, spritz some water, that's like part of the baking process. And yeah, I think I've got everything that I need. I don't really like lotus paste, so I purchased some black sesame paste instead. Because that's what I wanted inside of my mooncake, and they have this at the local 99 Ranch Market as well. So, okay, ready to get started, guys? Let me move some things around real quick. So I've got my tray where I'm going to be making all that stuff. And for mooncakes, it looks like a lot of it is weight related. So you have to be real careful with how much you weigh things out. So I'll be using a scale to make sure that everything's weighed out. And the first thing we're going to make today is the dough. All right. So I'm going to put this on the scale and zero it out. And it says that I need 100 grams of cake flour. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm already struggling. Okay. No worries. There we go. If you're wondering why I keep looking off screen, it's because my husband's sitting right there. I feel like he's just sitting there judging me. He's also going to be our taste tester at the end of this, so we'll see how that goes. So 100 grams of cake flour. Ooh. I'm going to get flour everywhere. All right, I've got myself 100 grams. I'm going to set that aside. Oh, yes, thank you. My fancy food scale. I don't know why I have this food scale. Maybe at one point in my life I was dieting and I got it for weighing food. It was probably for cooking because, let's be real, I don't diet. Oh, no. You bought the food scale?
For work.
Oh, never mind. My husband bought this food scale for work. I feel like I came with the food scale though when I moved here. But anyways, back to the making of the thing. So it calls for 60 grams of golden syrup, and I'm using maple syrup, so I'm going to pour that in first. And guys, I'm only knowing how to do this because I literally watched the guy on his video make his mooncake. I must have watched that video, like 100 of his hits came from me. As I was like, okay, I got to make sure I know this because I can't be pulling up the video while I'm live with you all. Okay, so I got my 60 grams down. Then I'm going to put in my 24 grams of vegetable oil. So I'm just going to add 60 and 24, so it'll be 84. So we'll weigh it all out. This probably isn't the safest way to do it because you can't like take out stuff, but we'll be real careful. Okay. 83. Oh, okay. 84. Perfect. There you go. And then it says just a 1/4 teaspoon of lye water. So I no longer need my scale for now. So I got my 1/4 teaspoon here. Put some lye water in. Oh, thanks. I got my apron from Daiso. If you haven't been, oh gosh, Michelle, thank you for joining. If you haven't been to Daiso, you have to go because Daiso is the Japanese like dollar store and they have the cutest things. So there's one, actually if you just type in Daiso, there I think there's two. One up here off of Preston next to the 99 Ranch Market, and there's one down by Parker? No. Carrollton? Anyways, Google Maps, yeah. Okay, so I've got all my stuff weighed out. I've got my cake flour, I put my maple syrup, put my lye water, put my vegetable oil. Ignore the, oh, so you do know, Daddy, so yes, it is life. You're not supposed to drink this water, I think. It says like be careful and keep out of reach of children or something like that. So I'm not going to tell you how this tastes because I don't want to get sick. Okay. All right, so the next step is I'm going to mix this. Oh, I'm supposed to whisk it. Excuse me. Let me get my whisk. Huh? Oh. Okay. No, I need a smaller whisk. It's fine. When we said that this is like, you know, DIY mooncake, we'll see if I make it or fail. Yeah, I really meant that. Okay, so I'm gonna mix it all together first, and you can kind of see how it's combining. Let's see if I can, here we go. It's kind of like just combining, so like it becomes like almost like a thick, almost looks a little jammy. A little bit more runny than jam. Thicker than syrup, but more runny than jam. Cool. And then I'm supposed to slowly sift in the flour and combine it together. So I'm sifting it in and combining it. You know what? It's probably easier if I do this. There we go. So how many of you all have had mooncakes before? Okay, and Rosine, I see you're asking, will we be coming back next semester? I'm honestly not equipped to answer that question, but I am sure if you visit the Dallas College website, there will be updates and information about that, or you can contact a advisor at your campus. I don't want to, I'm definitely not equipped to answer that. I'm just here to make mooncakes for everyone. Too many mooncakes, Carrie? Yeah. I didn't really like them growing up, so I wasn't like big on the mooncakes. I might take a bite or something, but it wasn't one of those like, oh, I crave it, I have to have it. Oh, and I should say that there are so many different types of mooncakes out there. So I've seen the Taiwanese style ones at the 85 degrees, which makes sense because 85 degrees is a Taiwanese bakery or bakery from Taiwan. There's like Beijing style. There's, oh, I wrote this down. The different types of mooncakes from the different regions of China, because China is huge. Where's my, oh, so there's Beijing, there's Cantonese style, Suzhou style, Hong Kong style, Yunnan style. So the style I'm making is the one that I grew up with, which you can find in Hong Kong. I guess Hong Kong has a different style also, but so it's like a Hong Kong Canto style mooncake. Okay, so he did say like as you combined it, you can kind of see it starting to work together. And at some point, I'm probably going to not need my whisk anymore. And I'll use this. Oh yes, the APAC, our event last year, the Office of Student Life, thank you, OSL, sponsored us and gave us funding so that we could buy mooncakes. So when we come back on campus in person next year, we'll definitely do that again so everyone can try. try different types of mooncakes. And there's so many different types of fillings for the mooncakes. I'm doing like a more traditional filling with the egg yolk and the lotus paste and the red bean paste, or not the red bean, sorry, black sesame. But there's like red bean paste, there's green tea now. I mean, really, there's like all different kinds. Okay, so I'm supposed to work the dough and make sure it's all combined, which it's looking pretty good. What do you guys think so far? Ah, red bean and dates are your favorite. Yeah. Carrie, the ones in your hometown, are they like the Cantonese one, or do they have like a different skin layer? Do they look a little differently? Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna leave it like that now. And the next step, they say, is to cover it and to refrigerate it for 30 minutes. But don't worry, I'm not going to keep you all here for 30 minutes while this thing sets. I'm gonna put this in the fridge, and I have some dough that I pre-made because we don't have that kind of time. So 1 second. Okay. While I was over there, I turned on my oven. So we're gonna be baking these bad boys at 350 degrees Celsius. Fahrenheit. Oh, Fahrenheit, sorry. Thank you for my live audience for the correction. Okay, so we'll be baking these at 350 degrees Celsius.
Fahrenheit.
Yes. I mean, Fahrenheit. Why did I write Celsius down? That doesn't make no sense. Oh, sorry, 175 degrees Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit. 350 Celsius is very, very hot, guys. I don't think your oven can go up that high. Your local home oven. Okay, anyways, thanks for the correction, dear husband, off-screen husband. Okay, so now we're gonna do the filling because I do have some pre-made dough here. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready for, for Food Network to give me a call so I can quit my day job and just like cook all day. Just kidding. I love teaching too much. I wouldn't be able to just talk about cooking all day. So here's my pre-made dough. We'll just leave that out there and let it cool off. Okay, so according to the gentleman on Taste Asian Food, the key to making mooncakes is to have the right ratio of external dough and the internal stuff. So he's saying that it should be 35 grams of what you're putting on the outside. So since we're using yolk, and let's make the first round with the lotus paste that I made. So the combination of the yolk and the lotus paste together should be 35 grams. And then the skin should be 18 grams. So let's get this going. So I'll turn this back on. Oh, off-screen audience, can you grab me a plate? Mm-hmm. My sous chef. There. Okay, so I've got that tiered out. So he says to put the egg yolk in first, of course. And that yolk is about 11 grams. So if we're gonna, thank you, sir. So I'm gonna add some of my lotus paste here. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're at 35. So what we want to do is we want to take the yolk and wrap it around this. Wrap the paste around the yolk. Did I already say what the yolk represents? Oh, who can tell me what the yolk represents in a mooncake? Okay, so I've got it kind of like wrapped in there-ish. So we're preparing the inside. So I'll put that there and let's move on to the next one. Let's try to aim for four total. Yes, the moon. It represents the moon. Very good. Have you guys had this type of yolk before, the salted egg yolk?
Duck.
Is it duck? Yes, it's duck. But just salted in general. Okay, so I'm wrapping it together. And here's the thing. I think it's a lot easier if you pre-purchase the lotus paste from the store, because your girl here, you know, going to the store late and preparing late, they were all sold out. And making it myself, I think I put a little bit too much coconut oil. So you can start to see like my hands are pretty oily. So it's not a huge fan of that. Okay, so we've made enough of the lotus one. I'll be right back. I'm gonna just rinse off my hands real quick. Okay, looks like the oven's ready, but we're not ready, so let's keep it moving. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do 2 with black sesame, because I personally like black sesame better. So yeah, I'll give that one a shot. So you'll be able to see, like, the lotus yolk was a little bit harder to wrap around, but the black sesame paste is a lot easier to work with, I think. Can I get it to 35? I've never like worked with black sesame paste before. Kind of feels like Play-Doh. Good enough. Okay. So I'm gonna, yeah. See, the black sesame paste is like a really nice Play-Doh. Yeah, the yolks are pretty salty. There's a really good Chinese dish where they break up the yolk and they stir fry it with some shrimp, and they like essentially fry it with shrimp, and the saltiness of the yolk with the shrimp is just so good. Okay, so I've got my black sesame one. I'm gonna make one more and then we'll get to the skin. So who's gonna go out and buy some mooncakes to try after this? If you can, support your local Chinese or Vietnamese or Asian bakery. There's a lot down in Richardson. Like I said, I was meaning to look up some of the names before I hopped on here, but if you just do a Google search, I'm sure they'll pop up. Okay, again. Oh yeah, same here. Yeah, Daiso first. Yeah, I really miss home. I was sending my family pictures of all the equipment, and I was like, guess what I'm making? And I do wish we were all together. Okay, so I've got my 4 insides, the yolk and inside part. I'm just gonna move, oh no, I still need that. Move it off screen real quick. Thank you. My sous chef over there helping me out. Okay, so the next part is the inside. And so I've got the dough pre-made, and the dough is really, it was really nice to work with. And it says 18 grams. So I'm gonna throw on my handy dandy scale until I hit 18 grams. Okay. And what he says to do is to roll it up into a ball. And he uses cling wrap and all that fancy dancy stuff. I find that this dough is pretty easy to work with. It's not too sticky. So I just use my hands to kind of flatten it out. See, flatten it out a little bit. And then you're gonna take one of your inside, the internal parts, and wrap it. Now this part apparently is where the skill kicks in, so we'll see how much skill we have over here. I have to essentially envelop the inside of the mooncake, the paste and everything, with the external dough. And true mooncake making masters, I'm assuming, will do a better job than me because it's not even. As you can see, I'm missing some parts here. But he did say you can like move stuff around. I'm just kind of doing like a nice little pinch and rolling it. Okay. And I can see like I have a lot more skin on one side and I'm missing skin on the other, so I can just pluck it off and put it there. It's like Play-Doh. It's actually very soothing. Okay, so there it is. So the next step is I need to put some flour into a bowl. And I'm supposed to roll this bad boy in some flour. And I think the reason for this step, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm no master, is so that the dough doesn't stick to the mold that we're about to press with it. Oh, don't mind my dog. She's having her own day. She's guarding the house. She like rarely ever barks, but of course she's gonna bark when we're doing a live stream. So I've got my baking pan ready. I just put down a piece of parchment paper to make life a little easier. I'm going to put the mooncake down. And okay guys, we're gonna do the press. So I'll let you all pick. Do you want to do the circular shape or the square shape? Give it a moment to... Circle, square. I hope I'm not frozen. Am I frozen? Oh, it's delayed. Yeah. Okay, we're doing circular because I see Carrie saying circular. And for the circular shape, I have 3 shapes. So would you guys like to do a lotus blossom? Oh, and a piece. We'll do one circular and one square. So we'll start off with circular since I see Carrie's comment first. And so would you guys like to do a lotus blossom, a rose, or this like, it's almost like a mandala pattern. It's really quite pretty. Which one would y'all like to do? It's like audience participation. You guide the chef. Well, I'm not a chef. You guide the woman that's trying to make this happen for you. Can you see on your phone the responses faster, maybe? Okay, maybe I'll do 2 votes for Rose here. Oh, okay, 2 votes for Rose. Well, if Lily's voting, I mean, you can't say no to Lily, so. So the way you hook this on is you just pop it in and I line it up to the little, oh, thank you. I had an, okay, thank you. So I'm gonna click it in, and he says to do about 7 like little presses. So I'm going to put it over there very gently and do 7 presses. And I'm not pushing very hard, honestly. Okay. All right. We're it's not bad. I'll show you guys. Came out pretty good. The rose pattern came out nice. I can see I have some like extra dough sticking out. I guess I didn't do too good of a job with that, but you know what? I'm gonna give myself a thumbs up for even attempting this, so. Okay, and let's do another one. We're gonna do square this time around. Oh, nope, that wasn't right. Okay, so let's do a square one together, guys. So for the square one, I've got like 3 patterns. I've got like looks like a lotus blossom, and then 2 of the mandala looking ones. So which one would you guys like to see be done? Okay, and we're gonna do the lotus paste one now. I think what we need to figure out is which college campus has a kitchen, so we can do these when we go back. Yeah, only go back live to, my producer is telling me that I should only make one more and then we should move on. Yeah, according to the time, so thank you, producer. Okay, so mandala, all right, so let's do the mandala with the square.
Flour.
Huh?
Flour. You gotta dust it in flour.
Oh, I gotta dust it in flour. Thank you, producer. What would I do without him? Oh.
Stuck in the mold, that's what.
Getting stuff stuck in the mold, yes. Okay, so I've got my little ball thingy there. Let me pop this bad boy in. Okay, we're doing the mandala, guys. I'm gonna cheat with this one and stick it in first. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's not how I'm supposed to do it, but that's how we're doing it. Okay, let's see. So 7 light presses and then pulling it out. Okay, all right. It's not too bad. Looks pretty okay, I think. Okay, so the next step is I'm supposed to spritz it with water. So I've got my spritzer here. And then we're gonna stick it in the oven for 5 minutes because to let it set real quick, and then we're gonna pull it out and do an egg wash and stick it back in. So I'm gonna ask my sous chef, producer, all of the above to stick that in the oven for me for 5 minutes. And while he's doing that, we can have a nice little chat. Let me go wash my hands real quick though, because I have a lot of... You can just talk, honestly, it's okay.
Where's that little brush?
Hi, Joan. The brush thing is over here. I have it. Yeah. So I've got my egg wash ready to go. An egg wash is just literally like the egg yolk part. So we'll deal with that once the 5 minutes are up. Oh, so what's the filling? So I did it with an egg, salted egg yolk. Excuse me, that's the black sesame thing. Salted egg yolk that you can pre-purchase at the grocery store because Lord knows we're not trying to make our own salted egg yolks here. And then I did it one with the black sesame paste that I also pre-purchased from the store because again, I'm not trying to act like I'm master chef. And then the second one is with the lotus paste that I made at home only because the store pre-made ones were completely out. I think a lot of people are making mooncakes at home, so just bought some lotus seeds. They kind of look like this. It's a little fun. Just go to your local store and local 99 Ranch Market. I think there's other things you can do with the lotus seeds too. Like I think some people put it in soups, desserts, things like that. So some fun facts about moon cakes while we're waiting is that, well, let me ask you, any guesses without searching Google, how many calories is one moon cake roughly? Hi Iris, hi Tam. Any guesses on how many calories is in a moon cake? Ah, that's a pretty good guess. 600. So actually, in one moon cake, according to Google, because I don't know this stuff either, it's about 716 calories. 716. So that's why they're meant to be shared. Yeah, let's not eat a whole moon cake. They are not meant to be eaten, one by yourself. I also looked up some fun facts about moon cakes to share with you all while we're waiting. A fun fact about the moon cake is that actually it was not originally called a moon cake. So it used to be called a Hu cake, H-U cake. And it was the concubine Yang of the Tang Dynasty renamed it because as they were enjoying the Hu cake during Mid-Autumn Festival and looking up at the bright moon in the sky, the concubine was inspired and she said moon cake was better. And literally in Chinese, in Cantonese, we call them Yut Bang, and Yut in Cantonese is moon, and Bang is like, yeah, it's not really cake, it's like cookie, but same idea. Oh, hi Emily, good to see you. I'm making moon cakes. Tell the family. Another super fun fact that I thought was kind of interesting is that the Mid-Autumn Festival, which is what we're celebrating today, or Moon Festival, is actually related to or connected to the imperial examination in ancient times. So one of Mid-Autumn Festival, the Mid-Autumn Festival has a subtle relation with the ancient imperial examination. In the feudal society, imperial examinations were arranged in the 8th lunar month, and people would celebrate with the examees, with people who passed the exams. This custom has gradually evolved into the important festival that it has prevailed over the ages. There's a lot of different facts about the history of the moon cake, but that's one of them. So something a little bit more intimate. Oh, thank you. Go. Yeah, you're going to grab it? I have a towel here. So today is actually my mom's sister's birthday. And go ahead. And it's also my grandma's birthday. So October 1st is actually my auntie's, like American birthday based on the calendar that we use. But my grandmother, when she was born, because of things that happened back then, they don't actually know when her birthday was, but all they would remember, according to my grandmother's family, is that they would have moon cakes. Like when she was born, people were eating moon cakes. So we, as a family, would celebrate my mom's birthday around Moon Festival. So I was trying to give her a call and wish her happy birthday. Okay, so we're gonna just do a little bit egg wash on top. And he did say, the gentleman that I'm following the instructions from said to be careful not to overdo it, just like a very light, wiping of the egg wash on the top. And then if you have any egg that gets stuck, you can take a paper towel and dab it out. I'm not gonna worry about that. And the spritzing of the water is really just to prevent the top from cracking. So we're gonna spritz it again, and my sous chef is going to stick it into the oven for me for 10 minutes, more or less. Let's set it for 7. Okay. All right. Oh, and today is also a national day in China. Yep. Yeah, my dad in Hong Kong and all of his buddies have the day off, so they're just off having fun. It's very nice. Do you want to? Okay, guys. So another super fun fact is Ankit, my husband, has never had mooncake. Probably because since we've been married, I don't really eat it. And so since we've been married, I don't buy it. Can you get a small plate? So we're gonna have him try it. So oh, okay. I did not know that it's rare to have the Moon Festival and a national day on the same day. I thought actually they got the day off because of the Moon Festival. Yeah, so they only go in the oven for 10 minutes or until they start to get brown, and then you just take it out. And you take it out and you're supposed to put it in a container, airtight container, and you're actually supposed to let them sit for 3 days. And what happens is, and I'll show you the comparison when we pull them out, the oil from inside, now again, I'm reading all of this online. I did a lot of research before hopping on with you all. So the oil from inside the mooncake actually comes out to the skin, which gives it that glossy look. And I have to be honest, I made some last night because, not so much because I didn't trust myself to do well today, but because I didn't have time to go to the store and buy some. And I really wanted Ankit to try them for the first time. He has not had mooncake before, so we're gonna have him try it live. So I'm gonna bring on.
I don't know if I can eat all those calories.
No, you're just gonna try a little bit. So,
Just cut it.
Okay, guys, this is Ankit. Say hi, Ankit.
Hello.
And his super awesome cup of noodles shirt. Okay, so we're gonna cut this bad boy in half. And of course, like good Food Network hosts.
What's in the egg in that
one? Here, I'll cut open this one. Actually, what happened was I don't think Ankit, or some of us don't like eggs, so you can kind of see what the inside looks like. So this one is the black sesame with the egg yolk. Yes, he's our producer. This one is the lotus with the egg yolk. Looks a little dried out, but we'll see how that goes. And then I did one just with black sesame because, I don't know. I was like, oh, let's try it. Why not? So they're meant to be enjoyed in small bite sizes. So I'm gonna cut this bad boy into a small bite size. Do you want to get some water for yourself, or are you just gonna dive right in? Okay, here he goes. Let's try the lotus one first.
This one?
Yes, and give us your honest review. Don't let the fact that I made these impact your judgment of how delicious they are. Oh, wait, you gotta come on the screen.
It actually tastes just like an Indian sweet.
Oh, what's the Indian sweet called?
I don't know. But it's actually not bad. It's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Try that
Okay. Can you tell us about the texture and
pretty
the flavor? It's pretty dry?
Yeah.
Probably best with some tea, maybe?
Yeah.
You think your parents would enjoy these? Maybe we'll bring them some in November. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little dry on the inside, but not bad.
Okay.
It's not too sweet.
It's not too sweet. All right. All right, let's have you try the black sesame one.
Okay.
How's the saltiness of the egg yolk? That part.
You can't actually taste the salt.
Oh. Okay.
Oh. No, not so good.
Do you need to spit it out?
Yeah,
You can go. What's wrong with it? We're going to have them come back and give us the... Oh, okay. Here, come tell your adoring fans what the problem is with that one.
That one was really salty.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, that was not good.
Okay, now I gotta try it.
Just take that half.
There's a big old piece of egg yolk on that. I don't wanna... Maybe I should have a tissue ready if I need to spit it out. Mmm. The egg yolk is very salty in that one.
Yeah. Try this one. This one was good. Try this one.
Oh, hold on.
No.
You mind going to pull those out while
I just have to open it.
Y'all can let Food Network know that we'll audition as a couple. Okay, I'm gonna try the lotus one. I haven't actually tried these, so that one was a little salty. The black sesame one. I wonder why.
That was a lot better.
The lotus one is really good, and I think it's because I put a lot of coconut oil, so it's a very nice coconut taste.
Yeah, the black sesame wasn't.
Okay, so we're a no-go on the black sesame. How are the mooncakes looking?
I still need 2 more minutes.
Oh, 2 more minutes. So I'm gonna go check on them real quick, but yeah, I don't know. The black sesame one was kind of tough, but anyways, very, very interesting. I'm gonna for all my coworkers who are on here, I'll be bringing some to you. I'm gonna finish making them when we get off screen. So I'll bring some in on Monday. I'm a B schedule if you're a B schedule. So shoot me an email. We're gonna do a socially distanced exchange. But I wasn't wearing a mask when I was making them, so I don't know if you feel safe. If you don't feel safe eating them, I will not be offended because we are living in a unique time for sure. Are they looking kind of brown?
No, they ain't more time.
Okay. Well, we'll wait a few more minutes if you're excited to see the ones that we have in the oven. But again, one of the things that they say is to stick it in an airtight container and leave it for, they say 3 days. So those are only a day old. So maybe I'll stick them back in the container and see how they taste in 2 days. Yeah. And definitely leave some in the office for everyone to try. Let's see. Okay, here's a fun fact. The world's biggest mooncake was shared by 110,000 people. In the 2007 Guinness World Record, the largest mooncake was made in China with a diameter of 8.15 meters. Jeez. And a thick...
Is that how the pandemic started?
And a... What?
Is that how the pandemic started?
And a thickness of 20 centimeters and a total weight of 12.98 tons. Oh my gosh, tons. And it was enjoyed by 110,000 people. The Mid-Autumn Festival, the fun fact is that big mooncakes are made every year, but no one has surpassed that 2007 record. I will definitely try putting nuts and black sesame together next time, for sure. Well, let me go check on the ones that we've got in the oven. And Carrie, maybe you can send me some ingredients and I can make them special just for you. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. So here we go. This one, the round circular one, came up pretty good. I think it's intact. This one busted open. It's like crumbling. I don't know. It's pretty hot. But the insides are definitely, I don't know if you can see, pouring out. So that was a fail, but that's okay. I'll continue making them. I'm going to finish up the ingredients that I have and we'll see how it goes. So I think that's our cue with the local lawnmower gardener outside. That would be the end of our session today. But thanks so much for joining us. And I will download this recording and teacher Professor Matthew will be posting it to YouTube. So if you missed any part of it or you want to come back and watch it, that YouTube link will be sent out and shared with everyone. All right? Thanks again for joining. I hope you had fun and happy Moon Festival. And thanks again to the Office of Student Life, the Multicultural Center, ANAPZ, APAC, and ALAS for coming and joining together with us this week to do all these celebrations. Have a great day and a great weekend. Bye.